So the Xbox Series X and Series S is officially 1 year old today at the time of recording this. Time absolutely flies. And how has the first year been so far for the Xbox Series X and Series S? We are going to be talking about that in this video. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. If you do enjoy this video, leave it a like. Definitely helps out the channel. If you don't like it, dislike it, subscribe for more gaming content. We talk about the games and play the games here on the channel. So Xbox Series X and the Series S have now been out for a whole entire year. Can you believe that? I can't. I honestly can't. It's just crazy. I've been enjoying my Series X. I've been playing a lot of the obviously first party titles that have come out. I've been playing a variety of some third-party titles, games that were already there, but I've been playing them on my Series X, even like super old games, right? Minecraft or Skate, Skate 1, Skate 3, and no Skate 2 yet, but we'll get around to that. And just a couple different games like that. So let's go ahead and switch to my Xbox Series X here. And you can see, first off, I got the beautiful Halo Infinite background, which the crazy thing is, that game was originally supposed to come out with the Xbox Series X and Series S, but it obviously got pushed off, which is good. I'm always for developers taking more time if they feel they need it. Take all the time in the world that you absolutely need. I don't want, developers pushing out a game that's not ready to go out. So it's crazy because 13 months after the launch of the Series X and Series S, we are finally going to be getting Halo Infinite. Really excited for that. We're going to be playing it here on the channel. But yeah, it's just insane. We played the tech preview, obviously, throughout 2021. There was two tech previews? Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. But let's go over here and check out some of the games. So I remember the first game that I played on my Series X was actually a third-party game, and it was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So what happened with that is Ubisoft had sent me a copy of Valhalla early, and I didn't have a Series X yet, so I started playing that on my Xbox One, my Xbox One S. And then eventually, obviously, the Series X came out, and the crazy thing is, when I started that game on the Xbox One, it was a pretty solid experience, right? I didn't know what I was missing out with the new generation of consoles yet because they weren't out. Then November 10th came around, Xbox Series X launched. We did an unboxing here on the channel. And then I switched over my playthrough from Xbox One to Xbox Series X. Don't know what episode that was at, but if you watched that series, you would have noticed when I switched over, and I did mention it. Now, what I noticed is it showed. It was much crazier on the Series X. It ran way better. It looked way better. And it was just a great experience. Then I went around and I played some of the old games, right? I did a bunch of videos when the new consoles came out, and I went back and played some older games to see how they ran on the Series X and how they looked on the Series X, including Gears 5, which again looked phenomenal, and it played phenomenal on the Series X, as well as Halo 5. And some of these games didn't necessarily have an upgrade. Like Halo 5 doesn't have an actual upgrade. You can see that their X and S on Gears 5 means that it does have that upgrade, for the new consoles. But Halo 5 didn't. But even then, it still ran, felt like it ran better. And anyways, I don't know, to me, obviously it's not necessarily that it did. Went back, checked out the Halo Master Chief Collection. That was a lot of fun. That game looks really, really, really good on the Xbox Series X. And again, these are games that I grew up with, right? It's especially Halo 3, and then Halo Reach got added as well. Those games I played a lot of back in the day, and to play them on the Series X, in 4K, smooth, buttery smooth 60 FPS, and it was just really, really nice and really good experience. Flight Simulator then came out later in 2021. We played a bit of that, obviously, when it came out on PC. I got to get hands-on with it on the Xbox Series X. And compared to my PC setup, which only has a 1060 GPU, a 6 gigabyte version, this was phenomenal. Like, Flight Simulator is one game I really, really enjoy. And to see it in all of its visual glory on the Series X was just a really, really cool experience for me. And I absolutely enjoyed that so much, and we got to get back to that at some point. So there was that, and there was a couple of other games we checked out along the way, like Ori, and I believe I actually played through Resident Evil on my Xbox. So that was a good experience as well. And then everything else that we played along the way. And then that brings us to present day. Now, present day is Forza Horizon 5. Now, Forza Horizon 5, my goodness gracious, what a game that is. That is a game that is just absolutely dominating right now. I had an absolute blast. I had the pleasure that Xbox Canada hooked me up with a copy of it early, and I was having so much fun. It was probably the hardest game for me to, like, you know, not talk about, because I couldn't talk about it yet, right? And so it was the game that I was just anticipating so much to talk about, because it was so fun. It was so nice. And I know not everybody's into racing games, but this game really is something, man. It's visually stunning. It's just a blast. And Phil Spencer actually tweeted something out regarding this game. He said, "We've invested for years in Xbox so more people can play. There's 4.5 million players so far across PC, cloud, and console. Forza Horizon 5 shows that that promise coming to life. Largest launch day for Xbox Game Studios game. Peak concurrent 3 times Forza Horizon 4 high." That's insane. That is absolutely insane. So Forza Horizon 5 is just dominating right now. The biggest launch for an Xbox Game Studio game. That's crazy. I mean, if that's what this game is doing, I wonder what Halo Infinite's going to pull off. So that's pretty phenomenal to kind of, you know, cap off the 1 year mark for the Xbox Series X. You know, we're right around that 1 year marker right now, where it's like, okay, you know, we have that last kind of huge game to kind of kick off the next year, which is going to lead us into Halo Infinite. You know, technically Forza Horizon 5 actually still launching in the first year of the Xbox Series X and Series S. Halo Infinite technically going to be the first game, the first big, you know, AAA first party studio game to launch, you know, in the second year, if you will. It's crazy. Cap off the first year with a huge game, kick off the second year of the console with a huge game as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to play Halo Infinite. And, you know, all in all, obviously, you know, from the start, my biggest complaint with the Xbox Series X and S was that they didn't change a whole lot with the dashboard to make it feel like a new experience. But again, it's one of those things like, why fix what isn't broken, right? What I did like is the new controller that they added with it, right? It was just kind of a little bit more sleek and a little bit more conforming to the hands. It's one of those things that if you held both the, you know, original Xbox One controller and then this new version, which also works with your Xbox One. So even if you don't have a Series X or Series S, you could get these new controllers. And that's the beauty of, you know, the Xbox family is you can use this on PC, you can use it on any of the Xbox consoles. Really, really cool, except the Xbox 360, of course, and the original Xbox. But I really liked they added the share button finally, and it felt like way better. Just the way they just slight changes. If you looked at it at kind of face value beside the Xbox One controller, it wouldn't look like a lot changed except that, you know, little share button in the middle. But when you get hands-on, this feels really good. And honestly, in my opinion, this is probably the best feeling controller out there, you know, from all controllers ever. Pretty much, it really feels like it's just that perfect fit and whatnot. So anyways, that's just kind of look back real quick on the Xbox Series X and Series S. I wanted to kind of take a little quick trip down memory lane to kind of celebrate the first year, capping off the first year and kind of going into that second year of the console and well, consoles rather, right? We got 2. So let me know. Obviously, they're still kind of hard to get. So let me know if you guys have actually picked one up or not. And if so, which one you guys got. And if you haven't gotten one, are you still trying to get one? And if so, which one do you plan to get? The Series S or the Series X? Let me know in the comments below. Stick around for more gaming content. Like I said, we talk about the games, play the games here on the channel. And here's to a great second year, kicking off with Halo Infinite just around the corner. Really excited about that one. So I'll see you guys soon in another one. Stay safe, stay well, and happy 1 year to Xbox Series X and Series S. Till then, my friends, game on.